Alrighty guys, what is up? Welcome to our live stream for today. So I got a little bit of Steam credit for Easter, and I have been eyeing and have had the Avorion Black Market DLC on my Steam wishlist basically since it came out. It came out November 2nd of 2020. It was added to my wish list on November 7th, and it's been there waiting ever since for me to pick it up. I really enjoy Avorion. It's actually my second most played game in my Steam library. I've almost 200 hours logged so far, and that's before getting the DLC. So I'm pretty excited to try out the new content. They've also made some changes since the last time I played, like station docking is now a thing. Like I have only played before that was implemented, but the Black Market DLC, from what I understand, basically adds a bunch of additional content to the Smuggler's Outpost and the Smuggler's like aspect of the game. So if you've checked out my other Avorion live streams or checked out my Avorion playlist on YouTube or whatever, then you probably have an idea of how I use the Smuggler's Outposts before the DLC came out, which was basically I'd go and raid low-tier sectors for loot. So, like, you go raid the factories and stuff, take their products, then you go to the Smuggler Outpost and sell the stolen goods. Well, supposedly this DLC has reworked a lot of the Smuggler Outpost aspect of the game, so I'm kind of curious to see what's different there. I'm also, from what I've read just off of the DLC's overview on Steam, is they talked about it basically adding 20 story missions and a bunch of side missions. There's also apparently a bunch more weapons and stuff like that, so I'm pretty stoked to kind of see all the new stuff that this DLC has added. I've played through an entire normal difficulty playthrough before, and then I played through most of a veteran playthrough. So I am going to do our Black Market DLC first playthrough on expert difficulty. I feel I've played enough Avorion that I can do expert. Basically, expert difficulty, enemies are the same. Like, when you play on normal difficulty, your ship is way stronger than the enemies that you encounter, right? You get a buff. Well, in expert difficulty, the ships that you encounter are just as strong as you are. So basically, if the ship is the same size as you on expert mode, you probably don't want to fight it because you're going to lose. So it should be pretty interesting. I'm excited. I also am kind of planning on doing more of like class-specific ship builds as opposed to how I normally do it, where I just pack everything inside of, a single ship that I fly around in all the time. So I'm pretty excited, but here we go. So Black Market Live Playthrough is going to be the name for this save. Lone Debater 7 is the seed, so if you want to play in the exact same galaxy, use Lone Debater 7, and then your map and star system and all that stuff will be exactly the same as the one you're going to see today. Scenario is normal, that's just regular mode as opposed to creative. I don't need the tutorial, so I'm not going to play it. Full collision damage, so if we crash into shit, our ship will blow up. I like playing that way unless I need to move something, then I'll maybe go none, but whatever. So there we go, hit start. Please note, we're not playing online, that's fine, we're just playing single player. I have thought about trying to set up a Avorion multiplayer server because it doesn't feel like it's super resource intensive, so I don't think it would be that difficult to set up like some dedicated RAM and like a solid state drive and stuff like that to run Avorion on a multiplayer server, or host a multiplayer Avorion server. That way I could play with, some people and that kind of thing. Because I would play multiplayer on just the, free to join live servers that are out there, or the verified Voxelware servers or whatever, because there are a handful of those. But from what I've read, those servers are terribly laggy, so you can't really play if there's more than like 2 people online. So I'm thinking if you have your own dedicated server, you can kind of avoid that lag issue by building a good computer type of a deal. So let's see, Black Market DLC. Thank you for purchasing the Black Market DLC. To get started with the Black Market story, you should look for the new opportunities at bulletin boards. Be careful. Getting involved with Syndicate is not without consequences. Okay, so it looks like they'll have these little purple exclamations if there's a guy there with part of the DLC. Once you reach the center, there will be a convoy. Cool. Balancing changes, building to fix several exploits. We made some adjustments to building. Safe haven sectors and the risk of venturing out. This changes. Huh. Ships. Building generators and hyperspace cores now requires a shipyard in the sector. Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. Repairing is still possible without shipyards. That's good. Undo, redo, resizing, just like before. Massively reduce founding costs of shipyards and repair docks. Okay, that's pretty cool. So now it's a little bit more important to get a ship dock or a shipyard up early as opposed to later, because you won't be able to build a generator or anything until you have one. Let's see. Hulls and shields. Shields are way too powerful for what they cost. Let's see. We want to break free from these limitations. Give you more means. So, integrity fields reduce incoming damage. Okay. Increase damage reduction of integrity fields from 50 to 75%. Wow. That's a pretty big jump. HP of armor blocks to 25 per 1 volume from 15. That's almost double your base HP per block. That's pretty crazy. Increase cost shield generator blocks by 50%. So they like doubled the cost almost. Okay. Reduce shields gained from shield blocks to 50 per 1 volume from 70. So they like dropped a third off of what your shield blocks volume is going to give you, and they increased the cost by 50%. So basically between these two, they doubled the cost of getting shields. So like to get 1,000,000 shields is going to cost twice as much now is what this is telling me. In total, existing ships will get these changes. Minus 27% shields, plus 233 armor HP inside integrity field. 100% other block HP inside integrity field. Okay, cool. When reconstruction tokens are disabled, okay, so this is just reconstruction stuff, which I don't use very often. To give reconstruction site more meaning, we've added a new item to the game that lets you return to your reconstruction site from anywhere in the galaxy. Oh, okay. To get the item, change your reconstruction site or progress with the story. Okay. New item, Zotan wormhole device. Cool. Opens a wormhole to your reconstruction site. 10-minute cooldown, but infinite uses. That's actually pretty sweet. Hopefully we can get one of those pretty early, honestly. Like that is pretty dope. Because once you set up your own sector, you just set your reconstruction site to your home sector and you can warp there from anywhere. Okay, cool. Well, we're in our little drone boy, like you always start out in Avorion. So, there is some titanium right there, which will be nice. But we're going to get some copper first, because, it's iron, not copper. We need iron first, because we do need a little bit of iron to build the bulk of the frame of our ship. And then we'll get some titanium so we can try to put a generator on and stuff so we can make it a little bit bigger straight off the bat. So honestly, our seed is not bad because there are 2 titanium asteroids in the starting sector with the Lone Debater 7 as your seed. So if you're looking for a sector that has some titanium, or if you're looking for a start that has titanium inside of your starting sector so you can build a bigger ship when you first start building your ship, like when you go out of the drone phase type of a thing, use the Lone Debater 7 seed, because there's this one down here which is pretty good size, there's that one right there which is pretty good sized, and then if we scroll out, what's the key? F9? There we go. So if we take F9 and kind of zoom a little bit, there's probably a couple more, yeah, so there's some more up here, I think. So there's at least 2 or 3 titanium asteroids in the starting sector with this seed. So, yeah, just bear that in mind. All I did for the seed was, type in Lone Debater 7, so. Hey, what's up? How's it going? Oh, yeah, is it? I apologize on that. Let me see if I can... Yeah, let me look on the bitrate. Give me a sec. My bitrate is 473. Yeah, my internet's kind of potato here, unfortunately, because, yeah, I don't have, like, fiber or anything with my current setup, and I'm using Streamlabs OBS, yep, and I'm going through Restream. That way I can stream to Twitch and YouTube at the same time. I think my upload speed is like, I don't know, 20? Give me a sec. I can tell you. That's not... Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's because I'm running a an Ethereum miner on my internet. Oh, once I get affiliate, I can stream on Twitch and YouTube at the same time through Streamlabs? Or... Yeah, my upload's only like 5 megs. So, yeah, I do apologize. Oh, Twitch prohibits it. Well, let me try this. Oh, I see. Yeah. So, like, that's why I went to Restream, is basically I didn't want to have to pay for Twitch Prime, or for, like, Prime in order to upload my streams. So, yeah, I figured out a workaround, more or less, using the RTMP settings of Streamlabs OBS. And it's not bad. It's just my graphics card's not super good in my computer because it's like 8 years old and only 4 gigs of VRAM. And then I'm streaming to 2 places and my upload speed is super slow. But anyway, not the end of the world for me anyway. I do apologize that it's a little bit pixelated. I mean, my Streamlabs says that I have 0 drop frames though. So I don't know. Let me see. Maybe I can do this just to... Sure. We'll try that. See if that helps. Because sometimes, well, lowering the quality will lower the file size, so since I have low upload speed, that might help a little bit on the pixelation. If not, the other thing I can try to do... Let me try turning off the YouTube and see if that helps a little bit. I am not 100% sure why this is set at 30 instead of 60 FPS. Well, that's fine. No worries. It is what it is. Streamlabs, go to settings, go to output until... okay. Target bitrate says it's 520. What should it be set at? Because I don't actually know, if I'm honest. Oh, 5,000? Okay. Well, I appreciate the tips on that. You want to set it at around 3,000. Okay. Well, Vaulted X, thank you very much for the tip. Let me go ahead and change this. I can't change it while the stream is live, so I'm going to stop the stream for like 30 seconds while I apply the bit range. I'll put it at like 2500 and see if that helps a little bit. And then I'll restart. So like, give me about 30 seconds and the stream will be back up.